What's up, y'all? It's your girl S to the C, Scorpio, S to the C, twerk goddess. So, happy Sabbath. I am chilling in the house, surprisingly, on the Sabbath. What can I say? You know what I mean? I go hard 365. You feel me? But what I want to talk about was you ain't got to go to all the parties. You know what I mean? Like, what prompted me to do this video is because I was supposed to go out today. You know what I mean? Like, I had a whole full schedule of plans. Like, I was supposed to be out the house at 7 this morning. And for whatever reason, I did not go to where I was supposed to go. And I had two important places to be today. Yeah, this is lip gloss, surprisingly. It smells so good. I got it from Koreatown. They have like a lot of little Sanrio stores and stuff like that, but it's so cute and cool. Like, everything in that store is just based around like K-pop, and I really encourage you to get into learning about other cultures, whether, you know what I mean, you African American, or whether you're Hispanic or Caucasian or Asian. Like, learn about other cultures, because a lot of times we have misconceptions about other cultures, and you can't really make a decision about something based on hearsay. A lot of times we're thrown information from the media or perceptions or biases that influence how we view other cultures, other ethnicities. I'm multi-ethnic, I'm diverse in multiple ethnicities, you know what I mean, and cultures. So I know a lot about different cultures. And yeah, I just wanted to share this with y'all because it not only smells good, but it's Hello Kitty. It is a tinted moisturizing lip balm, and it has vitamin E and shea butter. So, I could never find this anywhere, in other communities, other cultures, but in Koreatown, they actually had it. And I had went to Koreatown to eat Korean barbecue. And it's really fascinating. If you ever come to LA or you from LA, go visit Koreatown. It's an eye-opening cultural experience. Yeah, so I'll talk more about like my ties to Korean culture, but I'll talk about that in another video. But really fascinating. And even the Korean barbecue restaurant, like, if you've never been there, I suggest you go. It's just a different cultural experience, so like I was saying, it's important for other cultures to get involved and learn about other cultures and ethnicities, because we're in a melting pot. It's not just the United States. All over the world is so many different cultures and nationalities. It's so much diversity that sometimes we are deceived about other cultures. Sometimes our only understanding or awareness of a culture comes from movies like Menace to Society. So if you're not familiar with the African American culture, you might think that everybody is O-Dog and Kane, and Pookie and Ray Ray and Shanquisha, but just like all races, all cultures, every ethnicity, every person in different ethnicities, they have something positive to contribute to society. There are some negative people, so we have good and bad in every race. So I just needed to say that, because some people be acting like they don't know, even though they'll see the bad people in their own race or their own culture, but they try to push it off on the other culture, because that is what is perpetuated in the media. That's what's programmed, that, oh, it's just this one race that's bad, or this is the race that is dominating crime, or different stuff like that they be trying to put off on us. So Yeah, I got my lip gloss from Koreatown, and that was a great experience. But what I really want to talk about, y'all, is you ain't got to go to every party. Now, I was kind of raised to, well, yeah, hold on, y'all, because I'm cooking. I'm cooking something. Be back. Oh, shoot. I'm back, y'all. So what I was saying, like in other cultures, well, in my culture, how I was raised and taught, my mama was like, girl, if you get invited somewhere, you better go. You already know I got my cups on one of the site, but I'm gonna redo it. I'm revamping my whole brand, y'all. Again. But you know, we was always, a lot of us was told, like, if you get invited somewhere, you better go. You better go to that party. And you don't have to go to every party. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, with what's going on in the world, take heed to what I'm saying. Like, the turn up, the party, being at all the functions, being in the spotlight, being there all the time. Sometimes you have to make your absence felt. You know what I mean? And it's not that you're trying to prove a point to a person or show somebody something, but you have to make your absence felt, because if you're always there at the parties, at the function, always there when you get invited places, like, what's distinguishing you from anybody else? Sometimes you have to make people long for your presence and long, you know what I mean, for your long for your energy and yearn for it. So you don't have to go to all the parties. And another thing about not going to all the parties is people that are taking care of their business, and people that, you know, they have goals and they're working on their goals, and they have dreams and they're working on their dreams. They can relate, and they know that they can't go to all the parties, because you have to take time. First of all, you got to take time for self-care. Secondly, you have to take time to work on your projects, or work on your dreams, or work on your goals, you know. And we live in this false sense of reality to where people feel like, you know, you could just be multifaceted. You can, but at the same time, you can't be every place at every time. You're not omnipresent. You know, you're not like the Most High. And so, what it boils down to is spending time with self, you know, reflecting, doing the inner work, you know, working on your dreams, writing out your plans, working on your goals, you know, studying, you know, study thyself to show thyself approved, you know, spending time with the Most High. If you always on the go, you running from something. What you running from? You know what I mean? Like, you have some people that they just can't sit down. They can't stay in the house. They got to always be outside. And a lot goes along with that. And a lot of people don't realize that. And the reason why it's so important now is because of the climate of everything that's going on in the world right now. You know what I mean? Like, we had a shutdown in 2020. And even then, some people couldn't shut down. They couldn't sit down. They didn't have no hobbies. They wasn't into reading books. It was all like designed. You know what I mean? And so what happened is, a lot of those people that couldn't find their inner zen and their inner peace, and, you know, be center, you know, at one with themselves and center, those people are either no longer here. They either got sick really bad, their health is really poor, um, or they're dealing with severe anxiety and possibly depression. So sometimes warning comes before destruction. Sometimes even though that was the climate in the world in 2020, it was a global situation to where it impacted people globally. And I know a lot of times people be so like consumed with their world and their lives and their businesses and what they have going on, their families, their spouses, their, you know what I mean, their mistresses or whatever people have going on. When the outer world starts to impact them, it's devastating. It's heart-wrenching. It's heartbreaking. It's traumatizing. Because people be so busy in their world that it's nothing wrong with being in your world, but sometimes you have to come down to reality. You do. And, you know, understand how other aspects of the world can impact your world. You know, a lot of people was in their own little world and just running around like a chicken with their head cut off, or running around like a hamster on a treadmill, you know, on that little wheel thing, keep going and going, and not, because they so into their world, they're not aware of what's going on in the outer worlds. And not that that should be prioritized and as important, but you have to be in tune and you have to be in the know. And sometimes it's just a season that requires you to sit the fuck down. And no, you can't go to the party in that season. And you got to be okay with that. And I've noticed a lot of people are not okay with that. They not okay with, okay, well, dang, it's the party of the century and okay. And the best example that I could relate to that is that sometimes when we have these award shows, these hip hop BET awards, all these different award shows, even the Grammys, and an artist will win an award and they're not there. They're not there for whatever reason. Whether they wanted to be there, whether they planned to be there, whether they decided at the last minute they wasn't going to go, they're not there. What do you say to that? So in this season, you have to be okay with, I don't got to go turn up every weekend. I don't have to be seen every weekend. I don't got to be posting online on social media every day. It's okay to take a break. We so caught up in this world that show the behind the scenes footage. We see what you posting online. Show the behind the scenes footage. What it's like when them cameras is off. Because, you know, I'll show mine. You know, I ain't got no shame in my game. You know what I mean? But my shit legit all the way across the board. You know what I'm saying? So I want some of y'all to just sit down. Focus on your goals. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your business. Focus on your projects. Before a motherfucker outside of your world comes into your world and tells you, sit the fuck down. You got to be able to know how to do it. See, I got this training early on as a youngin'. You know what I mean? Because I was hyper. I was turned up. Mama, I'm going outside. Even if I was in the front yard making mud pies. Even if I was literally jumping off the porch. Even if I was just sitting under the tree. I was outside. There's nothing wrong with being outside. Go outside. Go in your backyard. Get some sunshine. But what I'm saying is, you ain't got to be outside with all the turn-ups. Because the climate is changing, you guys. And the signs is written on the wall. And a lot of people is not paying attention to the signs. So I just wanted to stop in and share that with y'all. You know, you don't have to go to all the parties. You could sit some parties out. So they can miss you. And you gonna hear about it. Girl, what happened at the party? Girl, why you didn't come? Girl, it wasn't nothing. You ain't missing nothing. You know what I mean? When you focus on what you got going on in your world, but also you in tune with what's going on, and you okay with sitting down, then that's how you get your game tight. You're not stressing over no relationship. You're not going through it in no relationship. You eliminate a lot of the drama. You're not caught up in it. He say, well, she was at the party and she wasn't. She wasn't even there. She didn't post it. You know what I mean? You create a peaceful environment. A lot of people have anxiety and going through stress because they can't sit down. They can't miss a party. They can't sit it out. They just got to be in some shit all the time. Got to be where it's at. So they can't really afford to sit with themselves and center and do the inner work because it's so busy. It never stops. You know what I mean? And they can hide it from the world, but they can't hide it from me. They can't hide it from themselves. So quit running. You know what I mean? Running to these escapes. Traveling out of town, which is nothing wrong with traveling out of town, but I know a couple of people that travel out of town to escape their reality. It's okay to travel for adventure, for fun, for new scenery, to learn about different cultures. But some people travel to escape their reality. Then when they come back home from their trip, they're depressed. They back in their old funk. But while they traveling, they happy, they posted. You like, dang, you ain't posted all. Yeah, because they wasn't traveling to escape their reality. So a lot of people dealing with being miserable, find out why you miserable. What is it about you that you don't enjoy spending time with yourself? And it's so cold, y'all. It's like, I'm so selfish with my time and my energy now. Like, I love me. I don't want to, I don't really want to be around nobody else because I'm so in love and enthralled and infatuated with being with me and God. So I've been missing parties since the early 2000s. I knew, and it was industry stuff. I done got invited all kind of places. I was supposed to interview a lot of celebrities, and I don't know if y'all found some of my videos of some of the interviews I've done with celebrities, but gang of places I was supposed to be, I declined. Because I know how valuable my energy is. I know how valuable my me time is. I know how valuable my self-care regimen is. I know how valuable it is for me to spend time into myself so that I can work on my projects. Half of the people that's out running in the streets at every party, at every event, every function, they have no fruits. They have nothing to show for their time here on earth. Aside from pictures and videos that they posted online, that they was there. And to each his own. But don't be mad at the next person that was once in your world that is being productive, that's being creative, that has peace, that has joy, that has happiness, that has done the inner work. You can't be mad. You just observe and figure out what changes you need to make in your life. Because at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. You're going to look up and you're going to be like, damn, what did I do with my life? You was partying. You was at all the parties. You didn't miss no parties. So that's really what it's about. And I'm saying this now specifically because it's a lot going on in the world. And I know sometimes I'll be dropping in on my videos and I'll tell y'all this stuff. And it's not to like bring your spirits down or, make you overthink or worry about what's happening. But if you don't see what's happening, that means you at all the parties and you are not paying attention. And there may come a point in time, you might even be in traffic that you so into your own world that you're not in tune to the world around you, that you're out in public when it go down. And you probably have forewarning or, but you're so busy trying to be at all the parties. And that's, hypothetical for like just in life, just, not focusing on your goals, all the other distractions. Oh, we're gonna go out and have drinks. Oh, we're gonna go here. Oh, we're gonna go there. That's fine. That's cool. But you don't have to show up everywhere. You don't have to be at all the events that your friends do. And it's not a rude thing, it's just a real thing. More people need to take time and spend time with themselves. A lot of people are out here running from themselves. A lot of people have to go to the party because they're not a party alone. They're not a party of one. They don't know how to be a party of one. You know what I mean? I don't went plenty of places, party of one, proud, glad, like, I don't need it. I don't want it. Now, when I do go out, you know what I mean, with my peoples, my folks, my relatives, my family, it's all love. But I don't always show up for my own family. They be doing stuff. I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to pull up. I'm going to pull up. Girl, what? My auntie, girl, what? I just didn't come, you know? And you got to be okay with that. You don't got to go to all the parties. Take some time and focus on what you need to do for you and your family and your loved ones. We should also always be elevating. We should always be, working on new goals, getting to the next level, no matter what we're doing. But we're creators, so we need to be creating stuff. Y'all go get my book, How to Overcome Your Fear of Being Successful. A lot of people want to be successful, but they have a lot of fears. False evidence appearing real, or forget everything and run. I like forget everything and run, because sometimes your family could be on your back. It could be a big burden, and it could be preventing you from getting to the next level of success. You know what I mean? So you have to forget everything and run, and don't let nothing get in your way. And one of the first ways to achieve that is to distinguish yourself from the crowd and spend that a long time, so you could get those downloads. So you could be at one with yourself, so you could be one with God, so you could center. Y'all go on Amazon and check out my other book, Mental Health and Schools Identifying African Americans as Behavioral Risk. For so long in our communities, we've been dealing with PTSD. We've been dealing with post-traumatic slave disorder, post-traumatic slave syndrome. We've been dealing with generational trauma. Don't nobody want to acknowledge it, but I'm going to talk about it more on this channel. But, this whole system, historical racism, it was actually laws. It was redlining. It was all kind of stuff that was done to the African American people, which are the original people. You know what I mean? So then when it comes to the educational system, a lot of African American students experience bias from their racist teachers, because these teachers don't have enough knowledge and understanding about African American culture. So that brings me full circle to what I was talking about in the beginning of this video about learning about other cultures. You know what I mean? Because for so long, a lot of non-Black teachers have stereotyped and been discriminative towards African American students. There's been a lot of bias towards African American students. They've been labeled as behavioral risk, when in other communities and other cultures, if a student is having behavioral challenges, the school will do its due diligence and go above and beyond to help that student. They will help little Timmy or Raul or Paul. They will help him. They will give the resources to the parents. So in this book, it's really important, really, for educators that, have been biased in the classroom. But, just about how African American students, they're quick to say, oh, well, they're behavioral risk, versus identifying what are the challenges that the student is having. So that book goes into that. I'm not going to spill the beans on all the book. I do want you to purchase it. And I do have copies available on site. I'll leave my Cash App. I can mail it out to you too. You feel me? You could get in contact with me through my website. I'll leave the link for that. But my Cash App is #SexyGrind. Capital SEXY, capital GRIND. And I already told y'all while I'm Sexy Grind, because, I make it look easy. I'm not out here doing what a lot of other women online are doing. I'm really utilizing my skills. I'm crafting my skills, honing in on my skills, really talk it like how I talk it in real life. Those that know me know I do start up corporations. I do help people get access to funding. You know, I am a published writer. I do help people with their personal, professional, business, or legal writings, you know, grant writing and all of that. So when I say my grind is sexy, that's hella sexy, because you know, a lot of people that I talk to that, you know, they know what I'm doing, it turns them on. It make them think in their mind, you know what I mean? And I do have a business to where I'm promoting literacy and within the underserved communities, because that's a big issue that we also have in our community, and it's something that we need to talk about. But y'all, a lot of them went all the way. But I'm going back to say that I wouldn't be able to have accomplished all of this. I've also written music, been in the studio with some of y'all fanatics. Some of the people that y'all fanatics, you know, will die for. But I'm saying all that to say I wouldn't have been able to, and it's other stuff that I have accomplished. I am a manifester as well. I've done a lot. So the more I get into my channel, the more I open up and share, which I ain't opening up, but you know what I'm saying, like, no, tell y'all more a little bit about me. But just wanted to stop in and share that you don't got to go to all the parties, okay? You know, you want to be successful. You want to achieve your goals, accomplish your dreams, you know, plan for the future, plan for success. You going to have to miss some parties. So with that being said, I'm cooking, y'all. I hope I didn't burn my food up, but it's your girl, S to the C Scorpio, S to the C Twerk Goddess. Shout out on my Eastside babies. I ain't come to the Eastside, but what it do, boo?